Hello, everyone. Hello. Yes. How do I add you to this conversation? Please, Bubba, if you can hear me, can you request me? You have to request to join. Bubba, can you hear me? You have to request to join the conversation. Welcome, everyone. Bubba, you have to request me to join. Welcome, everyone. I see you back home, Danish, Rookie. Thank you for joining us. Today's topic would be acting career during COVID, and Bubba Ganter will be joining me in this conversation. This will be my first interactive live video. How do I add him? Bubba, if you can hear me. Okay, cool. He just requested me. Hi, Bubba Ganter. Hi, Bubba Ganter. Good to see you.
How you
Thank
doing?
you so much for joining me.
All right. I was trying to do it on my laptop and I couldn't get in, so I had to come to my phone.
I see. Oh, wow. So good to see you. I mean,
Good to
we've
see
not seen
you.
ourselves since COVID.
I know it's been a minute
Yeah.
since I've seen you in person.
Yes, I know. So thank you so much for doing this with us. I welcome everyone. My name is Oghenekaro Itene, and here you have Bubba Ganter, and we're going to be talking about acting career during COVID-19. And we're going to be, it's going to be like a conversation, and you're going to be answering questions. And if we have time at the end of the live, we'll take one or two questions. So I will just jump right at it without wasting time. And my first question would be, when the stay-at-home order was given, what was your first reaction? What were you feeling?
It was a crazy feeling because it's like in my lifetime that we're actually seeing this happen. I'm a little older, so I just didn't expect it to be like that. Or then I thought it'd probably just be a couple of weeks and we'll be okay. No more than a month, but yeah.
Wow. For me, it was a shocker. I mean, it's something we've never experienced before. And
Right.
they're asking everyone to stay at home all of a sudden that there is a virus. It was actually a shocker for sure. I hope everyone can hear us. If you can hear us, please wave so we know you can hear us. And my second question would be, 2 weeks into the lockdown, how were you feeling? 2 weeks after staying at home.
Right. It was, you know what, I was never afraid of what was going on, but I respected it. I knew it was happening. And at that point, I knew we were going to be the long haul. And, so they shut down the industry. And it was a weird thing. And as you know, I left Hollywood and came to Arizona.
Yeah.
And, just to survive, because you know how crazy LA was. And I'm like, how did you do it being away from home and being over here?
Man, 2 weeks into the lockdown, I was in a confused state. My family were worried for me. They were calling and were having. Oh, that was when everyone started using Zoom calls, I guess. I mean,
Right.
we're doing video calls normally. So it was a scary moment for me because I was all alone. I didn't have anyone, and we didn't understand what was going on.
Right.
And we didn't know the depth of, the seriousness of what was going on.
Right.
Everyone was scared, and, some people don't even take their calls. They're like, what are we going to be talking about? We have to manage whatever we have. I had done shopping. It was chaotic in Costco. Went to do some, shopping on the 13th, just before the announcement on the 20th, which was the official date. So I had food in the house, and I was like, what if the food finishes? How do I go out?
Right.
So yeah, it was I was still in a confused state.
And I think I think we all were like that. Yeah, I think we all were like that because, like I said, in our lifetimes, none of us have seen that. or experience. That's something we saw, and that was made for a movie. You know, we watch it all the time in movies, you know, with all the
Yes.
zombie movies and apocalypse movies.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like real. It was like, wait a minute, here
Mm.
we are. So
Yeah. My next question would be, did you have any projects, prior to COVID that was ongoing
yes.
or? Hmm.
Yeah, I had a project that I was working on that I was actually writing with
Hmm.
somebody, and we were going to shoot a pilot. And so that put that on hold. I was supposed to go to the Cannes Film Festival,
Wow.
and I didn't get to do that. Then we had a spot at what's that thing? The one in San Diego where everybody dressed Comic Con. Comic
Oh yeah.
Con. Yeah, we were supposed to do that. So it was a show that I was doing called Donna on the Go, and
Mm.
so we got selected to do all these panels, and you know, it got taken away.
Wow. I was supposed to go to London to film. Actually, the
Uh-huh.
project already started with the actors, the local actors that were there.
Uh-huh.
And I was just in the process of working on my visa. They were sending the invitation and everything for me to take
Right.
to the UK embassy here in America for me to secure my visa. I
Right.
was about to submit my document. I already submitted documents and everything. I submitted, you fill an initial form and everything for you to get the work permit to work over there. And I was expecting other paperwork just to submit my passport when the lockdown started.
Hmm.
And that was supposed to be a big role. It was a TV show. I was supposed to be in London for 4 to 6 months filming because we
Right.
were
Right.
supposed to film one whole season and film some of the episodes in season 2.
Right.
So yeah, that went under the ground. That didn't happen. As a matter
Uh-huh.
of fact, the producer actually caught COVID
Oh.
and she was in ICU. It was a
Right.
battle. The project still we didn't do the project even up to now because those things just happened. And then
Right.
other projects, other auditions, I've auditioned for stuff, and I was supposed to do some work here too.
Right.
And while waiting for my visa to come and then travel, all those went under the ground. Like nobody was saying anything.
Right.
My management was calling, to find out
Right.
what's going on. I was like, what is going on? Are we still working? Is it possible to still work under
Right.
what is going on?
Right.
And that was what happened to me at that point
Right.
in
And I,
time,
I
which
think I remember seeing you were supposed to go to London. I think I remember that.
yeah.
I remember
Hmm.
that was about to happen because we were communicating quite a
Yes, we
bit. You
were.
know, we
We
were
were
communicating
definitely.
before things
Yeah.
happened because it's no for us to do, no possible do projects together. And
Right,
so,
right.
yeah, it really turned everything upside down.
Yeah, I did turn everything upside down. And my next question would be, what were some of the adjustments you had to make in your day-to-day life as an actor?
Um, well, for one, it was like there was no acting to be done at the
I know.
beginning. So, I mean, a lot of us, some of us went, had to get a real job, just to
Right.
maintain because we didn't know. I didn't know what the outcome was going to be,
Mm, mm,
and residuals and what I had wasn't lasting too long when you don't have it coming in.
mm,
So it got a little scary. It got a little scary on that aspect of it. Like, okay, how am I going to survive? And but like I said, I never was afraid of catching COVID or
mm,
because I respected it. I know the seriousness, but I can't
mm,
live in fear. So I
mm,
never feared it. I just if I get it, I'll deal with it when I get it. But I'm
mm.
thinking, by the grace of God, I didn't get it. I've been pretty much healthy throughout the whole
Right.
thing. So
Yeah.
it's amazing. I know just not where we are in today's status is
Mm.
it's finally good to be getting back to the new normal because we'll never be back
Right.
to normal. But the
Yeah,
new
I was
normal,
I,
we
I
get.
was go- I was gonna come to that. What we call the new normal now. How does it feel like, and everything. For me, I had to make some, as an actor, I made some adjustment. Normally, I was used to being, having my acting coach for my auditions, and she coaches
Mhm.
me, and she tips me, and we do the submissions. I had to make the adjustment of me doing everything by myself, and
Right,
since I couldn't afford paying her, uh, I had to coach myself. I had to
right,
do everything myself in my, bedroom, that was when I got the ring light, got everything. I
Right.
had, I had another light. I didn't even know where it was until COVID happened. I started searching. I was like, where did I keep this thing? And I finally found it. And, I just, one part of my bedroom, I set it as where I'll be having my auditions, and that really 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 worked. I did a lot of submissions. Funny enough, they were still, actors access
Right.
and all that, they were still, putting work out there, but of course there was no
Uh,
actual date for filming.
right.
So yeah, those were some of the adjustments I had to
It,
make.
right. I got a lot of, hey, we plan on filming in, this in
Mm.
September or something like that. So I don't know if I'll wait and see, let you answer your question before I go.
Oh, okay, cool. Next question would be, did you watch the George Floyd's video that went viral? What were your thoughts on that?
um, I know, and it's sad to say, it's as shocking as it was. It's almost like, okay, we were expecting something. Okay, it's been a little quiet. Something's about to happen. And for them to do that, it was,
Yeah,
of course, it hurt us all. I mean, as being black in America, that's
right.
stuff we deal with on a daily basis, as a black man, whenever you see the police, you got to worry, okay, are they going to
Yeah.
pull me over, or what they're going to do? And you don't have to be doing nothing. And just
Mm-hmm.
because you're looking, plus with my size, I'm 6'3" and I'm over 380 pounds. I intimidate people. So I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? You're just going to shoot me first. If anything comes up, you're going to take me out because I'm
Mm-hmm.
intimidating. So it was a shame how it went down, the outcome of the court, being guilty on the
Right.
cause. I was like, I think that's probably one of the first ones that went for the
Mm-hmm.
victim, because he was a victim.
Wow. Did you march during the because immediately after that happened, the Black Lives Matter movement started. I mean, I know it's, I really don't know much about it, but I know it's been a long ongoing thing. But it's like
Mhm.
the death of George Floyd actually triggered it. Were
It
you
brought it
part of
back,
any
yeah,
march in
right.
Arizona while you were there?
It was, I mean, because the Black Lives Matter actually started a few years ago. I forget which one, Sandra Bland, I think, or one of them is when it got started. Now, it's been taken out of context the way it is now, because what it was meant for, is just saying, it's not saying that nobody else matters. It's just we're the ones that's getting killed. We're the ones that having this happen to us, and we were just saying we do matter, but they took it. It took a whole new direction,
Right.
because now non blacks or Africans took it. They were taking it the wrong way. Like we were saying, well, what about them? And and let's face it, in
Yeah.
whatever demographic you live in, you're gonna have that. Like if you're in a white community,
Yeah.
you're going to have a lot of white murders. If you're in a
That's
Mexican
right.
community, you're going to have a lot of Mexicans. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the demographics. They failed to report that it's more white on white crime than it is black on black
Mm-hmm.
crime.
Yeah.
And so it says where we are, the fact that we're moving forward, and they just made what Juneteenth, wait, was it Juneteenth, the national
Right.
holiday that Biden just went
Yeah.
put in?
Yeah.
And it's moving forward. As long as we keep moving forward like that, I think it will be all right.
Yeah. Well, for me, when I heard about the video, I saw posts on social media, obviously Instagram, and I
Mm-hmm.
was still on Twitter then. Um, I phew, it was hard for me to want to watch, but everybody was talking about it. I was like, let me go see. Whew, that video scared
Right,
me. I was like, this is not the America I thought I was coming.
right.
I know they've talked about a lot of things that have happened, but man,
What?
this is like firsthand seeing it happen in a footage, and I cried. I couldn't control myself. I called my family. I was like, I don't know if I want to be here. You know, I feel like
Uh-huh.
eventually when I have my kids, how safe would it be as a black, as black kids, how
Right.
safe will my kids be? How much can I really protect my children? in future when I have them, and will they be safe? Will I be panicking when my kids go out? And I'm thinking in my head, are they coming back? So it's yeah, it was a very scary one for me. And that actually, I was so broken to the extent that I wasn't able to come out to march for the Black Lives Matter. I
Right,
was
right.
scared, and I was just seeing everything on the news, downtown LA, cars getting burned, people getting killed and injured, and um, the breaking of stores in Beverly Hills, and all of that was happening, was really, really chaotic. And then the virus was still on. There was still COVID. And but I really commend the fact that a lot of people came out. They were brave to come out. I was using, there were people that were using their platforms to talk about it. And they were those that came out and marched, and I really, really applaud some of our great actors, some of our colleagues that came out to march. And I'm
Uh-huh.
so happy that justice has been served. But it doesn't take away the pain that it caused. But I guess we are healing. I could put it that way. That we're in the healing process, and I pray that things like that don't happen again. It has to stop. Okay, so move on to the next
Wait,
question.
let me just say something.
Mm.
I'm smiling because I'm seeing some of these comments, and
Mm.
yeah, and they're nasty. It's like, really? Somebody just said that I asked a 15-year-old for something. Then there's somebody's talking about, oh, you're gay drunk. You kids need to go somewhere. Go somewhere with that. You don't know
Right,
me.
right, right. That's right. My next question would be, how are you coping with the new normal as an actor, director, and what adjustments have you made to fit into the new circumstances we call the new normal now? And with the
Right,
vaccine available, and officially Los Angeles, California is officially opened yesterday. Yeah.
right.
So it's a
Uh,
choice for you to use the mask now.
right. Well, in Arizona, they've pretty much lifted it. So
Mm.
it's up to you if you wanna do it. I didn't hear the first part of that. The question, can you say the first part again?
Yeah. The first question was, how are you coping with the new normal as an actor and as a director?
I mean, anything we do now. So I've worked on 3 films since October. I did one up in
Okay.
Fresno, that was called My Big Heist, and I just did one with a producer, Philip Penza, and we did 2 films. I did 2 films with him, and actually he's in talk with in Nigeria to
Mm.
do a film to direct
Wow.
a film out there. So
Hmm.
it was good when you say, hey, we're gonna be in there. I'm like, yeah, let me come on. So
Yeah.
it says the new norm is having to take, you got to take the test every, the swab or whatever. You got to do it every time you report to set. You got to do the temperature. You got to sign release forms.
Hmm.
And so that's the new norm. They're still trying to prevent it. I've
Right.
been vaccinated. I got both vaccinations. So I'm okay with
Oh,
that.
you've been vaccinated. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. I feel for the vaccine is a matter of choice. I mean, I've seen a lot of comments on the internet. I'm like, what is going on? If you don't
Right.
want to take it, you know what to do. Protect yourself as much as you
Right. Right.
can. As much as we think that I think the virus is still there. We still have to be careful and
Right. Exactly.
have out there, protect ourselves as much as we can, even with the vaccine.
Right.
Because I mean, with the
And,
vaccine, it's not even 100%. You
right.
know,
Yeah, well,
so
and like I said, we'll never be back to normal. What the shame was that we had to tell people to wash your hands. I'm like, wait,
mm,
I learned that when I was a kid. To
mm,
wash your hands and that kind of stuff. So it's everything. The new normal is just I think we're going to be okay as long as we
mm,
protect ourselves. You still got to
right.
protect yourselves.
Yes, true, true.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
I'm looking at some of these comments. These are outrageous. It's almost
I don't
comical.
even know how to stop them from,
No,
I mean,
yeah.
um,
Here's the
okay,
thing.
so I'm gonna,
I know who
yeah,
I am. I don't
just,
know who these people are and the lies that they're putting on there. Some
yeah,
people
don't,
just do that.
please
They have to
ignore
be woman.
them. I just took that person out. I'm sorry, I
Right.
wasn't really, I can't really read without my glasses, so. I wasn't even see that. I'm sorry about that. I don't know who they
Oh,
are. I don't even know if they follow me.
right.
You see, these
But
are
it
the things
happens
we're
on every,
talking about.
yeah, it doesn't matter whose live you go on. You get these, this
Yeah.
happens all the time, whoever. So, all right, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So the thing is, I don't know who they are, and the thing is, I feel like we just have a lot of attention seekers on the internet, and I
Right.
understand that most people need therapy after COVID happened.
Yes.
It's very disturbing. It changed a lot of people and the way they
Right.
think, and some people because they're so frustrated about a lot of things, they just come what they call them. They call them internet. There's a name for them. They just go on people's page and start
Oh,
commenting,
trolls. Yeah, they're trolls. That's
and
exactly what they
they
are,
and then
trolls.
they trolls, yeah.
Yeah.
They want to seek people's attention by getting comments under them. It's a waste of time. So let's just
Right.
ignore them and have fun with this. Um,
Right.
my next question would be, what advice do you have for upcoming actors, those that want to come
Well,
to the industry?
right. And I always tell people, follow your dream. If you have a dream,
Mm,
follow it through, because as soon as you say you want to be an actor or actress or a
yeah.
singer or rapper, whatever, there's going to be a million people to tell you no.
Mm,
And I tell you, you got to follow your craft. You got to, like you said, we have acting coaches. Both, you have acting coaches. I still have acting coaches.
right.
And you have to work because we don't know it all. So sometimes you need that extra help. So get the proper training. And I tell people, do local theater. If you're
Mm,
young and you don't have a chance to leave yet, do local
mm,
theater.
mm,
Get your chops.
yeah.
Because we talk about chops. You got to keep your chops up. And
Right.
that's when we
Right.
talk about that. He's like, it's skill. Because, like, coming out of this pandemic, the first
Right.
role I did, I was nervous. I was like, dang, I hope I
Mm,
still got the chops, to do it. And then once I got there, it's okay. So I just say, always
mm,
be
yeah.
mindful and listen to those who are giving you advice. Don't try to
Mm,
rush it and try to
right.
just, okay, I'm going to do it. Because when you start rushing it, you're setting yourself up for failure. And what I mean by that, that's when you start getting depressed about it. Well, I'm not getting rolled.
Mm,
Very few people, as soon as they
yeah.
start acting, make it. You see people that's been acting 10, 15, 20 years
Mm,
before
mm,
anybody knows who they are. And so you
that's
just got to
right.
be patient. You got to be patient.
Patient. Yeah.
Like look at like what's his name, Morgan Freeman. He was in his 40s,
Mm,
before anybody even realized who he was. And before I got on the show, I was in my 40s when I got on my shows.
wow.
So just be diligent at what you're doing. Be
Mm,
mindful and continue to study, work, and when
mm,
you got to work at it. It's not they think we just show up and do it. No, there's a lot of work that goes into it.
yeah.
For on a TV show, you
Mm,
rehearse 3 to 4 days before you even start shooting.
I know.
So
Yeah.
it is work. It is work, and we do we do long hours. It's not just show up and do it. We do some long hours. So just be diligent and keep studying.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Patience is a key
Yeah,
for, especially in this industry. You have to be patient, and you
right,
have to be ready to be rejected
right,
most of the time.
right.
I mean,
Because
out of 100 times, you could be rejected 99 times. And
exactly.
then just when you're about to give up, that's when you get your first shot. It happened to
Right,
me.
right,
So it's not even about, oh, you're so talented and everything. There are a lot of people that are talented too,
right,
but
right,
they have to pick one person for that role.
right.
And maybe it's not even your acting, it's nothing personal. It's just
You might
maybe
didn't
it's
look
the other person's time, to be
right,
picked, and you don't know
and
how long that person has been struggling,
right. And the thing
to
is, when you audition and when they send out the sides what they're looking for, it's a vision that they have in their head. They have a
right.
specific look they're looking for,
Mm,
and they want to deliver the way. So, and like as you know, you get 2 and 3 callbacks.
right.
Once you shoot, I get one call back, I think I've won. I'm winning because I got called back to do it again. And even if I don't get the role, you beat everybody else because I don't. When I was well, first off, before they joined the
Yeah.
unions,
Mm,
you go to an audition, you might see 10 to 15 people. But once they
mm,
join both unions, now you go to an audition, there's 30, 40 people in there for one role. And
right.
so,
Right.
you can't let them scare you because I don't know if you've witnessed it, but I witnessed like when you go in
I
auditions,
have
there's
actually.
always
Yeah.
people in there that's trying to get you out of your game, and they'll say
Yes.
certain things. And
Yes.
one of the things I hear all the time, oh, you here? Oh man, why am I auditioning? And it's like, well, if I believe the hype, now I just mess myself up because I'm believing the hype.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I'm trying to get the role too, and
Mm.
I also want people to understand that you're constantly asking us, hey, get me on something. Realize we don't have no control over that. Who's on the
That's
show
right.
or anything? We have no control over that, and they get mad when we say, well, I can't do it. They get mad at us. I don't got no control over that. They have a casting director and they have what they're doing. They have people that they're looking for. We're trying to get paid, so I'm not going to go jeopardize my job because you want me to help you out. And so,
Amen.
and there are times that it may happen because there's been times that say, hey, do you know somebody that can fit this role? Then I can call you and say, hey, I got this role that might be good for you. So
Right.
yeah, so they understand that and don't get frustrated. This work because all of us have put our time in. I did my first movie in 1994. And this is
Wow. I
2021.
didn't even know that. That's
you know,
awesome.
yeah, I was a professional bodyguard for many years. I was the head of security for New Kids
Wow.
on the Block. I was with Dolly Parton, Guns N' Roses, Milli Vanilli. So I did that whole aspect, and then I transferred over. But I did my first movie in '94.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started doing makeup. I was a makeup artist,
Right, right,
and I had my studio, had my makeup school and everything. And from there, I transformed it into acting. And
right,
it's been great. I would say I've been blessed,
right,
and I'm still climbing. Everything is a gradual process. We have to crawl, and then we have to learn how to walk before we run.
right,
And nothing good comes easy. We have to
right.
work hard
You
and
have to
hard.
work.
Yeah,
Right.
and
And
one thing.
I'm
Mhm.
glad you said that you're a makeup artist because 70 to 80% of all actors or actresses was doing something else, with makeup art or hair,
That's
or
right.
they were crew, some kind of crew on the set, and then they got the bug and got the opportunity to move ahead.
Yeah,
So I'm glad you
yeah.
said that.
Oh, thank you. And one thing I did during COVID, I got inspired after staying home for so long, and I was like, what's next now? Because apparently there will be a lot of competition when it comes to picking who should play what, and safety reasons,
Right,
safety precautions have to be taken on set, and they will want to make sets as small as possible. And I came up with the Agnes Fikeme Foundation, which I did in honor of my mom. And where we because when they say stay home, stay safe, I thought about the homeless. I was like, they don't have a home. um, they have their tents, and how are they going to be having meals? Because I mean, everyone is scared of this thing. So I came up with the idea of feeding the homeless, and
right,
and giving out clothes, pillows, blankets, and stuff, just to them. And it was really exciting. My first event, I had volunteers. I just put it on was it on Twitter or Facebook, and a lot of people came volunteer. More than 10 people came, and it was great, and we
hmm
did a wonderful job. And we've been doing that, and it's been awesome. And that's one good thing, like I would say, I that came out of COVID was the foundation that I founded. And let's not also forget, in Nigeria, there was the End SARS movement that happened, which was actually why my Twitter was blocked, because I tweeted about End SARS, and Twitter decided to suspend my account up to date. I've not gotten my account back. So that's why I'm not on Twitter. And guys, please, I'm not on Twitter. In case you're following any account that is impersonating me as me, I'm not on Twitter anymore. My account has been suspended, and I don't think they're going to release the account anytime soon. Maybe they will, maybe in future. So that was what happened. Let me not take much of our time, because this was supposed to be 30 minutes um, um, conversation between us. I will take two questions from our friends here.
right.
Um,
Yeah, I see a lot of you Game Shaker fans. I see you saying hi.
yeah,
I want to wave and make sure I do acknowledge. I see you there.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
And to your
Mhm.
fans, in
Oh, thank
Nigeria,
you. I guess most of them
hello.
are still sleeping.
Yeah.
Even here in the US,
Right.
East Coast,
Right.
I'll make sure
Luckily,
to.
luckily,
Mhm.
I'm up at this time anyway because it's 12:30 here
It is
in the
12:30 here as
morning. So
well.
luckily I was up, but I was, I'm
Yeah.
happy to be here
Mhm.
with you. Like I can talk all night, so don't brush off on
Me
my
too.
account. If you want to talk, we can. I got time, so we can talk
Yeah.
more because this is so much.
So,
This is so
mhm,
much to,
talk
that
about, yeah.
happened in this last year. And
Mhm.
so
And
I'm
we're
I'm
supposed to
happy
do,
for you. And one thing you
yeah.
said about being inspired, and that was the
Yeah.
thing that happened. Either you're going to be inspired to do more, or you were just
Mhm.
going to lay like a log and not do anything. So in that inspiredness, and I decided to start my production company, and I've actually got backing behind, and I'm looking to build a sound stage.
Right.
But I've already got projects that people are coming to me with projects that they want me to film, direct
Mm.
and
Mm.
produce. So that was the inspiration, right there. And for us anyway,
Mm.
it's better for us to, we want, of course, we want to be on those big movies and
Mm.
big TV shows, but we have to create our own material as well. And
Yes.
that's how you get noticed because
Mhm.
it's good to put money in other people's pockets, but let's do
Yeah.
something to put money in our own pocket that we
Mhm.
can survive,
True.
because
Mhm.
once you create a show and it gets picked up, you're
Mhm.
set, and you have to look for your future, and
Mm.
that's one thing I would also say, if you ever make it, you have to put money away. You have to think about your future because when things like this happen, because basically people think that we're so rich when we do stuff, but what
Mm.
they fail to realize, like even on the TV show,
Mm.
we film maybe 6 months out of the year. So you only get a check 6 months out of the year.
Wow.
Then you got the rest of the year that you have to live off of what you made already, unless you're booking stuff. And there are people who've never been on like a show, like a regular, but they work
Mhm.
all the time because they have that look, or they're good actors, so they'll do those day roles, those day player roles.
Yes,
So,
that's
but you
right.
got to prepare for the future. You got to prepare.
Yeah.
And I'm happy when you called me and said you wanted to do this. That was, I was happy. Of course, I was like, of course I'll do it.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
knowing me when I met you, it was always like instantly we were friends. And I think we were at
Mm.
what was that event we did? It was wasn't it the first lady of what country was that?
Was it Sierra Leone? No, wait, it's not Sierra Leone. One of the African countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first lady came. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was amazing just to see
Yeah.
the culture that I've never, really
Yes.
seen
Yeah.
before. And like you had on your guard, looking really good, and your home guard, and
Yeah.
it was fun to do that. And that's what I'm saying. We've seen each other at events, but if we're gonna work
Yeah.
together sometime soon. We're gonna work
Yeah, you
together.
you told me you had a project that you think I still have my accent anyway, so
Right.
that will work. And you were talking about the Yoruba language in remember that just before COVID happened,
Yes, yes,
and you
yes.
were developing the scripts, and we could still do that.
Right,
I'm open to work. I just got back from New York where I went to do a very brief shoot for 2 weeks, and hoping that the thing is I've done some projects that are not out yet, so I'm open to work, and oh yeah, things will work out now
right,
that California is officially opened. I hope that work will start coming to actors, and
right,
because even most of the actors that were doing outside job from acting, like working in a restaurant, which is the most actors who are still
right,
struggling. They work in restaurants, and most of the restaurants were shut down, and
right.
it was a lot of people relocated from California to other states because it
Right.
was so hard for them. I
So
hope and
expensive.
I pray,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
not cheap to live in California. Is it? So,
Yeah, it's not.
like I said, a
I
lot of
tell
people,
people.
yeah,
Mhm.
again, they think because what we're in a show or something, they think we have a lot of money. And I tell
Mhm.
them, look, all that stuff you see on the TV and the magazines with all these nice cars and houses,
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, they rented that for the photo shoot or for the
yeah,
video.
that's right.
We work just as hard as you do. So,
Mhm.
but it's amazing, and just keep going. What I
Yeah,
just urge you to keep going because I know at one time you were feeling a little homesick, like you're ready to
I
go.
was.
Yeah,
I
I
was.
I remember our conversation. I do
Yeah.
remember, And
Yeah. So.
just keep going. Just
Mhm.
keep going because you still got time. You got a lot of
Yeah.
time left in you. And like we don't
Thank
age.
you.
We don't age, so you got a long time to go.
Yeah, I mean, people still make it when they're. Remember the woman in Black Panther, the woman that was 82 years old? That was her first acting role, and
Right,
the
right.
whole world recognized her for it. So it's never too late for any of us to go for our dreams. So for dream chasers that would want to go into acting, you heard Bubba Ganter, you have to be patient and you have to persevere and you have to be consistent.
Yeah,
Consistency is key. Patience is key. Don't, you do two auditions and you're like, oh, I'm done with this. That means you're not ready. You have to work and
yeah.
work hard until you get what you're supposed to get.
So
And
now I've got a
mhm,
bunch of those.
I know.
Or or they're making us do, well, you're just not quite what we're looking for, but you did good, but I
Yeah.
already know, yeah, okay, whatever. And
Mhm.
yeah, just you got to just keep pressing there. Like you said,
Right.
99 those and that last one you may get the last, and a lot of people have dropped out before.
Right.
It could be the next audition could have been the one to push them over. So
Right.
it's
Right.
it's not easy, and you have to have the mind for it. You have to be prepared because
Mhm.
it's very cutthroat, and people
That's right.
they really don't care about you. They really don't.
That's
And
right.
unless you can do
That's right.
something for them, they don't care what you're doing.
I
You know,
know.
and so it comes like times like this. We found out who our friends were.
Mm.
How
Mm.
everybody you can't do something. And that's one thing that happened to me once Game Shaker got canceled.
Mm.
I
Wow.
saw the people like kind of just drift away. Then they went to somebody else that was on the show. But while
Mm.
I was on the show, it was always I was their best friend. But I peep
Mm.
game. I knew it was like that. So
Mm.
you got to
Mm.
take care of yourself. You got to protect yourself. And to
That's
protect
right.
the people that are around you, always try to affiliate yourself around people that are like-minded and go-getters.
Mm.
So I was just telling
Mm.
somebody today, I don't want to be around anybody that's stagnant. So basically, if they're
Amen to
okay,
that.
if they're just content where they are, don't want to improve, I
Mm.
can't be around you because you're not doing any good for me as far as
Mm.
motivating me. Because I start
Mm.
hanging around you and I get lazy. So when I
Mm.
meet people, I'm looking, what are you doing? What's your goals? Where are you trying to get to? And then if it's possible, let's get there together. But
Amen. Amen.
always try to
Amen.
improve yourself and move ahead.
Yeah. Okay, guys, you have any questions? You can put in your flags. I have 5 more minutes to end this conversation, so we can go to bed, and you guys on the other side of the world can start your
Right.
day. Um, do you have any questions? Um, and put in your country flag, country you're watching this live video from. I want to give a shout out to my fans in Nigeria and my fans in America and Ireland and UK and Germany, China,
Yeah, I saw one of my
India.
friends from Germany. I did see, like I said, I am looking at the comments because they're right in front of my face.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I am seeing some
Philippines.
of
Can
them.
you imagine? Wow.
So hello,
Super
Philippines. Okay.
awesome. Yeah.
And
I
I got a lot of following in Africa, and I'm shocked because I get them. I
yeah.
don't answer all the messages because there's so many,
Too
but I
many.
do see, I do see the likes or I do see the comments. I don't go in
Mm,
my messenger
mm,
too often
mm.
because 9 times out of 10 they're asking for money, so I try to
I
stay out of
know.
it.
Uh,
I mean,
what can we
everywhere, it's just area.
do?
So, but you know, I do
Hmm.
see you guys. India, I see you. I do see everybody.
Nigeria. Wow. Thank you guys so much. Wow, Canada, Paris, France. Oh my
Yes,
God, you
yes,
guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope we'll do this again. Buba Ganta, thank you so much. I didn't see any questions. Looks like everybody understood everything we said.
right, right,
And I want to thank everyone that joined us tonight. We'll be doing more of this and keep following us. We really appreciate your love and your comments and your likes, and we'll keep giving you guys good stuff. Hopefully, now that the world is opened again, our life is acting, doing of making of movies, and that's all I know right now. And then my foundation. So
right.
thank you so much,
Yeah,
Bubba Ganter.
You're
Well, do you
welcome.
have
I'm
any
just
last
showing. I don't know if
words?
you can see behind me. Those are all movie stuff I pulled out of movies, like some of the movie props behind me. I got them behind me, except the helmet. That's really my football helmet, but the rest are like little movie props.
Any last words before I end this beautiful conversation?
Just thank you for thinking of me and wanting me to come on and talk to
Of
you, your fans
course.
and my
Yeah.
fans, and keep striving, and we'll be in contact. And,
Amen.
once I get back and going back and
Yes.
forth, and to the fans, thank you all. Continue to follow us. We got stuff coming. Like I said, I got a movie out on Amazon now called Boys from the
Yeah.
Streets.
Mm.
I got another one coming out the mall that'll be coming out soon, and that's a lot of the influencers are in, and there are in these movies, like in the mall. There's a lot of
Mm.
influencers like
Mm.
Slavic or Little Durag, who you see they do all the dancing and all that. So just continue to follow us, and like I said, go to each of our pages and follow us and see what we have coming up next.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Love you all. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.